Hello everyone, Guillaume here, and today I want to show you my manifest setup. Why? Because we are shipping a lot and we want to keep you informed about the product changes. Manifest is an open source AI gateway where you can connect any agent to any AI providers. We do support more than 300 AI models and subscription or API key providers that you can find out on the GitHub repository or documentation. And we are adding new ones every day, so feel free to check it out. You can also request new providers in the GitHub discussion. There is a channel for it, so feel free to check it out. But today I want to focus on a local manifest setup and a cloud manifest setup. I will show you my own cloud production manifest setup. So it will give you ideas on how to configure and add more agents. So let's check out the local version. So you can find on the GitHub repository or documentation how to deploy it locally and self-host it. Or you can just add your cloud code or codex to do it for you. Let's first create an account. All right, so whenever you create an account, you end up in this view. You need to create your first agent or harness. We have a bunch of natively supported agents like personal AI agents, OpenClaw, Hermes, app SDKs like OpenAI or Anthropic SDK, or even coding assistant like Cloud Code or OpenCode. But you can add any other in your setup. So I'm just going to create an app called OpenWebUI because we will test it in OpenWebUI. And here, once you created your first agent, you can connect any provider that, as I said, in subscription, usage-based, or even local for the local version. So to test, we're going to use a local one. I'm launching Ollama, and then I will just connect. All right, so it's active. And if I click on View Details, I will be able to see more details like the recent messages, the models usage, or the message and token usage. Obviously, there is none for now, but we will test it right away. So let's check it out. Oh. Okay, so basically here I'm in OpenWebUI and I can connect Manifest. I think it's already connected, by the way. All right, so let me check out the connections, and here I can check it's linked to Manifest, but I need to set up my API key to link the client to my Manifest agent. And here I have some setup instructions, so I'm just gonna copy the API key and set it up here. Okay. Now let's start a new conversation and start chatting. Okay, I'm connected, but no providers are set up yet. Let's check it out. So indeed, I have a connection, but I don't have any model. No, I can add models because I do have a connection. So I'm gonna configure my routing. Let's add a new model. I have only one running on this machine for my provider, so let's pick it. But obviously I won't be able to add a fallback here. We're gonna see it in the cloud version. Now I can create any custom tiers. These are very useful to set up different routing for different, for example, SDK usage, but I'm going to show you on the cloud version. And I'm going to just test now my QN model. All right, so now it's connected locally. And in the overview, I can see the messages. So this one is a message, and OpenWebUI is also adding other messages. So amazing. It's now connected. So this simple example shows you how to very easily connect an agent to a provider. And you can add new agents as you want. So Manifest is the AI layer for all your AI apps and agents. And this is where you can just control which models you're going to use. So let's check now the cloud version. So this is my own Manifest dashboard. And as you can see, I have quite a lot of token usage here in the past 30 days. And I can also check previously and sort by harness or by provider. So basically, I have a bunch of filters in the overview to really monitor my token usage and my costs. So if I go here, I can even see my models usage, my provider connections, and by harnesses. So this is a global overview. Now I have the message view, and this one is also pretty interesting because I can see, for example, all my failed requests, and I can see if there is any fallback that took over, and I can apply a bunch of filters. So this one has been falled back, but the fallback has failed as well. And yeah, messages are the LLM requests that go through manifest. So now in my subscription providers or usage-based providers, I have a bunch of connections. So one very important point is that you can add multiple accounts for the same provider. So for example, I have 3 active Gemini API keys and 3 active OpenAI API keys. And this is even more useful for the subscription because if you have several ChatGPT subscriptions, you can just connect and use them in your apps. Obviously, feel free to check the terms and conditions. We wrote an article about it, so feel free to check out our blog. But you can use basically here your subscriptions as an API. And so it drastically lowers the cost of your inference. A good thing to know as well is that if you have a Google account or an X account, feel free to connect. You might have inference included, especially if you are a premium member of X, for example. So all those inferences can be used in multiple agents, depending on if you can use those models based on your evals. So we're gonna check it later. So here, yeah, what I wanted to showcase is that I can see my details for my subscriptions. And that's the same for API key usage. Here, for example. Yeah, so this is my dashboard. And the dashboard actually for Anthropic, I think was loading. This is my dashboard for Common Code. So now let's explore some of my agents routing. I'm gonna start with Cloud Code because it's a very interesting example. And it's gonna showcase why Manifest is actually very useful. Here I can set up my routing, and I'm gonna set up Claude Fable 5 as first. Why? Because I want to use the frontier models for coding, and the smarter it is, the better. So let's pick it, but as you might know, the rate limits are going very fast with Claude Fable 5. So I'm gonna add Claude Opus 4.8 as a fallback model, as the first fallback model. So when I hit my rate limits in Claude Fable 5, I can still code with Claude Opus 4.8, and it won't break the Claude Code agentic workflow. So basically, it won't stop you from coding. It won't stop the current tasks. It will continue smoothly. And then I added a DeepSeek V4 Flash model to take over whenever I burned all my Anthropic subscription tokens. Basically, with this setup, I never ran out of tokens in Claude Code, so I never stop a task in the middle of the execution, and I can use it however I want, which is really important. So you can disable or enable providers per agent. There is like a subset of scopes here, and you have also an overview of your usage per agent. As you could see, I tested, for example, OpenCode TLM 5.2 in Claude Code just to check if I like it or not. Now let's check a more complex setup. So this is an actual application in production with real users, and we can see the tokens and message consumption. So basically, for this app, I have a bunch of custom routing. So I have multiple sections in my app where I call LLMs, And I needed a custom configuration for each of them because I might want to use more or less intelligence here, more or less context, different parameters, and so on. So here, as you can see, I have, for example, streaming tiers. So for example, here, the stream mode is enabled. My tokens are streamed, where at different places, it's disabled. A good thing to know is that in the ChatGPT subscription, the tokens and usage for GPT-5.3 Codex Spark is counted separately than the basic usage. So you can maximize your subscription usage by using this specific model somewhere. And I find it useful in a chatbot because it's very fast and smart enough to call basic tools for your agentic usage. So this is an example, and it allowed me to drastically lower my costs of inference. And it's very useful because I can simply upgrade a model from the interface. And one also good thing is that I can change my model parameters from here. So all those parameters are available per model. And sometimes I need more or less reasoning effort or output format. And this is for every model. They all have different parameters. So it can really become a mess if you do this in your code to maintain. Let's say you want to upgrade your GPT-5.0 to GPT-4.0 to GPT-5, sorry. Well, the temperature parameter isn't supported anymore. So your app will fail. And here it doesn't. All right, so I think that's it for an overview of a local and cloud manifest setup. So if you like this video, feel free to leave a comment. Cheers.